do that.
How did you get by the laser field in the Great Hall?
Aha. The laser fields. Well.
Well, what did I say? Morning? Oh my God, my schedule is really screwed up. Steve's in the house. We're going to talk a little bit about Steve's video. Corey, how's it going? How's it going? You need a distraction. Eh? Hopefully things, I don't know. I don't have a ton to say. I was just going to say a couple of things. Todd with the Unit 8200. Ooh, you're going to get me going, sir. Don't be doing that. Yesy, how's it going? Morning is your thing. I don't know. No, I sleep in now. Does everybody notice that you sleep in a little bit more now? I don't know. The schedule, I was talking to Tara today. The schedule in the world seems to have changed a little bit. Like, not just because you sleep, obviously, more because you have time off, but I find that, like, nothing's changed for me, but I find I sleep more. Why? I don't know. Lorraine, how's it happening there? Okay, so a couple of things I was going to talk about. I was going to talk about a comment I just thought was good for a laugh, and just kind of see where is this here? You want to come on, Steve? I don't know. You're probably busy, but I don't want to be rude, right? 100%. My kids sleep later in. Okay, than they used to. Okay, so we had 6 comments the other day on this video. By the way, thank you and welcome to all the people who joined on the Discord. There seems to be a bunch more action going on over there. Deborah, how's it happening there? Seems to be a little bit more action. So thank you and welcome to those people over at the Discord. Everybody's working really hard. Good stuff. The video the other day I did with the press conference, I noticed there was a couple of comments in here. Loosen up that tinfoil hat, and loosen up that tinfoil hat. It's cutting off the circulation to that greasy head of yours. Oh, sorry. I think it said of somewhere here. Spelling errors. Okay, and so clearly, somebody who's intellectually a heavyweight we're dealing with here. I guess this would be the one down vote. And I was going to think of all kinds of things to say, smart ass remarks. But, I just thought, well, why not? Let's go have a look at who this person is. A dog. They're a dog. Don't you know? Where's their subscription list? How do I find their subscription list? I found it on my phone. Here it is. Oh, yes. Oh, the first one here. Nova Scotia RCMP. Don't you know? What news, as East Coast would say. Gary, Aussie, what's happening there? Get kids bedtime right away. Well, maybe we'll still be on. Maybe we can do that, right? And G, what's happening there? So clearly, winning some fans over in the RCMP. I think we said that we were probably being watched. I don't suspect this person is anybody of note. They seem to like, they're very proud of their Polaris Ranger. That's apparently all that they can do. I suspect, had high school graduate. Not to be insulting to those of you who have a high school degree, as do I, but easy job, right? Easy job. Anyway, apparently they're not into constructive criticism. I was going to think of all kinds of smart ass things to say, but you know what? I'm not going to, because I will take this opportunity to invite that person or any officer online to have an open debate with me. There you go. I'm extending my hands. I'm very open to criticism, constructive criticism. I don't know what exactly the tinfoil hat which I'm not wearing, really has to do with anything. I'm not going into kids. I'm actually just taking your whole story apart, and you seem to have a very serious problem with that because you have a problem. I don't know. Anyway, I washed my hair just for them because don't you know my hair's dirty all the time. Oh, wow, the ad hominem attacks. When they come out with ad hominems, you know you're dealing with somebody big here. Like the special kind. Steve had a great video. Steve had a great video today, which is actually brings me to more about the police. Now, I got to thinking about, and I've kind of heard some comments, the COVID stuff. Yeah, you can't fix stupid, but I'm not, you know, maybe this person's extremely intelligent. Didn't seem they had a argument other than to attack my hair and my tinfoil hat, to which I'm feeling heartbroken, don't you know? So the police, now, COVID, we had the Kofu, I don't know, mask wearing thing. And it's been kicking around for a while. Of course, that was seeming to be a bit of a no-show. Didn't really have anything going on there. But of course, people are still terrified out of their minds. And I noticed that, you know, a couple police officers in Vancouver who were beating up Dan Dix a little bit. Well, they didn't beat him up. They were a bit rough with him, but as he was covering the Black Lives Matter, because we've got a lot of Black lives going on in Vancouver, don't you know? There's another one. What news? There. Now I'm looking 40. I need a pirate cap or something. One of the police officers was wearing a mask there. I guess the rest of them didn't really seem to care. Anyway, the one, I think they had one black person at the rally. Quite a good show. 200 other people and one black person. But for that, Dan Dix got arrested. But in the video, he did say Antifa, which was strange because he usually likes to use the word Black Bloc. I always find that rather interesting. He tries to call it something else. Now, the Kovu. So people are you know, cooped up in their homes. The kids are driving them crazy. I'm sure, you know, everybody's got great kids, but we all know that they're going to drive you crazy if you're around them 24/7. Your partner's going to drive you crazy. So what's going to happen? Well, you're going to have the stuff down in the United States happen, which CBC like to cover as opposed to the RCMP news conference. And of course, then you're going to have things set off. There seems to be bricks lying around. I know I lose those all the time. Also, boxes of guns. Those happen to be appearing in alleys. Yet children are dying, which is really unfortunate. And I can understand how you're already at a level 8 with the Kovu, you know. So you come out and people are going to be quite upset. But here in Canada, we had the same type of thing, obviously totally different circumstances where the RCMP completely broke down. Am I saying that they're not at fault? No. However, there seems to be a consensus going on around the world that I'm noticing of the divisiveness between people and police. And many police officers, obviously, you know, I'm not doing this retarded backtracking nonsense that people like to do. Oh, I'm not racist. No, I'm not doing that. What I'm saying is, obviously, there are a lot of great police officers out there. I've spoken to a few, and I've also spoken to some real asshats who really shouldn't have a job. But the ones that are really good are on the people's side. And what is going on right now is driving a wedge between the very good police officers and people. And it's making an adversarial thing that is not probably, would I say, grassroots. Shall we say it's a bit engineered, maybe. Maybe here in Canada, you know, obviously we've got all kinds of problems and things are breaking down, and RCMP have been breaking down for a long time. You got the Picton, you got the sexual assault stuff going on, $200 million lawsuits, and another one pending, I think. And then you're going to have all this down here coming down. Interesting note, I saw an article from the day before yesterday, I missed it, that said that the Nova Scotia Attorney General is saying that there's going to be a joint provincial federal public inquiry. I'm not sure. Stop yelling. Stop that. I'm not sure. Caps are yelling. Oh my God. I'm not sure this is going to happen. Let's see if we can find the article. It was in City. I don't think I'm going to get notified on that. How do I find this? City, Nova Scotia, AG, joint, federal, provincial. You get to hear me type. Hey, that's my pecking. This is how I type. Okay. I learned that well in high school and in university. They have all kinds of stuff in university. And now, you know, I keep going to university all the time. I always just like going to school. And, you know, and then they change things and everybody's online and they're ordering their lattes to class and doing whatever they're doing. And I don't understand anything. I'm used to a textbook, books and paper and pen, and people can't even write cursive or understand what a verb or a noun is. But I still type like this, so I guess that makes me pretty special too. Inquiry. How are you guys doing tonight? Everybody doing well? Okay, here we go. Joint inquiry into Nova Scotia mass killing will be called. I like these will be's, right? In the future. Silver is money. What's going on, Jack? One pissed off Anglo. That Anglo is screaming, yelling, doing whatever. Stop that. 3-star Moore. How's it happening there? Country Dixie. You know, I'm going to have you come on here. I got to get a few more people come and do some shows with me. I don't like to be alone. Joint inquiry into Nova Scotia mass killing will be called AG. Okay, this is way too small, and I don't have my glasses with me, so I'm going to have to pump it up. Nova Scotia News. A joint federal provincial inquiry into the mass killing in April will be called. Nova Scotia Justice Minister says. The exact form of the investigation, however, is still taking shape as negotiations continue. Mark Furry, Fury, I don't know. He's probably a furry. Let's look at Mark Furry. Who is he? He's kind of an interesting cat. Okay. Liberal. Oh, what's this? Furry is a retired police officer, having served with the Royal Canadian Mounted Police. Isn't that a surprise? What news? Colchester County's getting really pissed off over there. They're like the Halifax Examiner. Everybody's kind of exploding about what's going on there. How you doing, Seamus? How you doing? I'm still alive. Provincial Attorney General said Wednesday, 22 people, including on-duty Mountie, died when gunman Gabriel Wortman went on a 13-hour rampage during the northern part of the province. Furry, whatever, said that maybe he's friends with Dog. Do you think Furry Dog? Let's see. He likes dogs, doesn't he? Look at his dog. Furry Dog? Maybe it's Mark Furry. I How can I put my tinfoil hat on for that one? I'm just making a joke. Anyway, my humor is really bad. Furry said the probe must include judicial oversight, the power to compel witnesses to testify, and the ability to make binding recommendations. I don't think that's going to make any difference. Didn't make any difference when you had the one over in Newfoundland there for poor Don Dunphy. I hope maybe at some point I can do a good story about Don Dunphy, because that one is just terrible. I think I started a Don Dunphy room. Did I not? No, I haven't yet. Over in the Discord again. Please feel free to come and join the Discord. It's good times over there, I think. I don't get a chance to read everything. My apologies again. My apologies again to everybody who I'm very scatterbrained. I'm all over the place. I don't think I'm ADD. I don't need any Ritalin, but I do. I'm looking at all kinds of stuff all the time. So sometimes I don't respond to requests or comments or tweets or stuff like that, but that doesn't mean that I'm not there or not reading them. Sometimes and sometimes it does. If I'm totally honest, I do miss things sometimes. Ed Ratucci, retired professor from the University of Ottawa's Law School, said it would make a lot of sense for the two governments to sit down together. Calls for the inquiry have grown from opposition politicians and families of the victims. But wasn't it douchebag? What is his name? Campbell. Oh, I'm going to get hit with libel. Please hit me with that libel. Please do. Didn't he say we cannot answer these questions because we want to protect the families? Yeah, right. The excuses they pull out of their ass, unbelievable. They want answers into how a man with a history of threats to the police could own a replica police car, RCMP uniform parts, and various weapons. Maybe the RCMP might get put in with the RCMP various weapons. Various RCMP weapons? Maybe, just maybe. In Ottawa, Federal Public Safety Minister Bill, what's his name? Blair. Okay. Has remained non-committal. Meanwhile, the RCMP are set to provide an update on the case on Thursday, which of course was a whole lot ado about nothing. However, we did. Anybody who missed the stream last night it's a good one, because I dropped a little bit of something that he said, one little thing there, one word that changed things for me a lot. And I'm going to try and map it out some way that other people can understand, but we did go through it last night. But I think the implications and ramifications of that one word, actually, funnily enough, will make quite a major difference, because that would be Mrs. Stevenson was not heading down towards the partner. Plus, you don't have the two cars that are either one that's Workman's. This is a bit of a problem. You're going to have a little bit of a problem explaining these things. So now Steve's video was very good. Always, hopefully most people here, everybody is subscribed to his channel. He always makes great content. And so I did have a couple questions about this. I thought I'd just do a kind of random thing today. Anybody ever notice how the signing people? I know, the signing thing has been going on for a while now, right? But when did the signing people come back? Because closed captioning has been on TV for years, and no thanks necessary, Steve. You do awesome work. And I think even is this video? Oh, this video is not closed captioned. Maybe that's why. Steve, they didn't close caption your video. So this is why they have the signer in there. Well, I bet you if you look at the original video, it has closed captioning. So what in the hell do we need a signer there for? I don't know. It's just weird looking at usually larger ladies signing. Personally, I don't. It's distracting, and I don't want to look at it. It's nonsense. But this Signer is for real time. So the VONs, one of them was already pulled over. Okay, sorry. I'm going to go back to your texts or messages here in a little bit. Just talk about Steve's thing here for a moment, and cops and the world that we're living in right now, where this adversarial. So the thing is, everywhere you go in this world right now, and has been for a very long time, is divide. Think of like a biology in a cell. You want to divide it as much as possible, because one big cell is a big problem. But if you've got lots of little cells, they can't work together very well at all. So you throw out all kinds of issues. And then you get even the groups fighting in amongst each other. Remember the Toronto Gay Pride Parade? They were fighting with the BLM people. This is very, common. You've got to get infighting as much as possible. And that's why I generally kind of come down hard when people are fighting with one another around in chat or in Discord. I really just don't like it. It's an absolute waste of time, because my eyes are on a bigger target, and I'm sure all of yours are. So fighting with one another is really not wise. So because that's what they want you to do. They'll pick the little topics. They'll get you to fight with one another. They start raising them: feminism, abortion, gay, tranny. You can just keep going on. The list grows and grows and grows. Chickens in your yard. Who knows? Anything and everything, just to divide people. And the police versus the people is probably a fairly important one, because you left the stage left. You leave stage left. Oh, okay. I thought you were leaving. Okay. So the Aussie's got lots to share. Did you share that over on the Discord in that new group? Right. I don't think they took my invitation. See, there goes my brain. Right. This is what happens. I don't think they took my invitation. Did they allow me to come in? It's pending. I think I put in an invitation or an application or whatever the hell it is over there on the Facebook. I put that in over yesterday, and I think they turned it down. They didn't like my profile. Anybody wants to follow me on Facebook can. This is my profile. Woken Goy. Oy vey. Okay. Now back to important things. So I don't think they like. I think I have a very good looking. It's quite similar. It's like those dating websites. It's quite similar photo. Don't you think that looks like me? Right there. That's me. Okay. In my earlier days, this was me. Okay. Anyway, moving along. So maybe if you get in there, you can let them know that I'm just a bit of a smart ass on the Facebook. I'm not giving them data. Excuse me. So yeah, it would be good. Because there's some. It seems like there's some good stuff there. Aussie's putting in the. Hey Derek, what's up, buddy? Good news bear. Truth in all. Gary and Duck. Lots of people. 52 people. How the hell do I attract 52 people? I don't think anybody's going to come to my funeral. Anyway, so now back to what I was talking about. Steve's video, the bricks and the guns and stuff like that. I'm not going to, destroy what his video is, because it's super. But of course, I think everybody's heard about the guns and the bricks but it's the infighting that they want us to do. And it's not as though I am going to let up on the RCMP at all, because they are grossly negligent. I believe that they're culpable in the deaths. I believe Adrian's theory that he suggested last night, it's a theory and it's not an accusation. It's just a possibility of a homicide that occurred there down in Enfield. All those people with guns. Because you remember in the warrant, it only said that there was 2 people that responded. And they were in one vehicle. Where do all these other vehicles come? If he's dead, why do you have to sit there with this? And all the pictures from one few angles. But you see that they throw in the shell casings in the car. But there's no bullet holes anywhere. Anyway, so I just wanted to say that about the divisiveness. The divisiveness is really a bad thing, and it's going to tank us. Divisiveness is our destruction. And we have to learn to try to let things go and keep your eye on the prize. What is the prize? Freedom, honesty, morality, reduction in criminality, people trying to get along, non-indoctrination of communist views. I liked how you had Yuri in there, by the way. I love Yuri. Anyway, okay, hit it. 21 likes. Are you pumping the likes? You better be pumping those likes. I could be like Tommy Sotomayor. Do you guys know Tommy Sotomayor? I used to watch Tommy Sotomayor years ago. He would be like, I'm live streaming. If I don't see a certain amount of likes, he had like a ratio. If I don't see that, I don't see it, I'm shutting it down. And he would. He literally would shut down the stream if he didn't get a certain amount of likes. I think it does help on the algorithm. So, okay, somebody has to pee. We won't go through that. Now, let's get to some of your comments. Lots of comments here. Bill Blair is a fish. Okay. But what's your guys' feel on things? Like, because it is important to remain friends. I remember I asked that officer when the Kovu stuff started, and I said to him, whose side are you going to be on if this stuff really boils down? Whose side are you going to really be on? He was a cool guy. He was really awesome. I think he wanted to give me a ticket for an illegal left turn. And I got out of my car and I was like, something. And then I was like, what the fuck, man? And he's just like, okay, whatever. You're not too bad. I'm like, this Kovu. It's the Kovu. I can't see anything. It's in my eyes. Maybe he's live on Epstein Island. Epstein, yeah, Epstein. I'm going to touch that one right now. Get me in trouble. I do have those other platforms too. The D Live thing. I'm hoping somebody who's with the D Live, down with the D Live, that would be like somebody with Steve or somebody. Maybe I can talk to Slippy. I don't know. Can help me with the D Live stuff, because I think I set it up all wrong and I don't want to lose my name on that account. So then I can do live streaming on D Live and Vid 8, and I've also got that BitChute and a backup channel here on YouTube. Poirot is one of my other channels, but there's nothing there, so don't get too excited. However, on BitChute, there are a couple of videos that did get banned over here. And in fact, some of my old content, for some reason, it wouldn't transfer 42 or 49 of my videos or something like that over from my old content to BitChute, and it doesn't like to upload stuff for whatever reason. But the latest video of mine that got banned, I think I mentioned that the other day. I just moved it out seriously for 5 minutes. 5 minutes. I moved it out of private and into unlisted just so that a couple of friends could look at it. And then I moved back to private, and boom, they hit me right away with the strike, or the strike warning. And I've never had a strike, to be honest with you, but I think that's just because, well, I don't venture out too much, unlike Dog seems to think. I usually have pretty hardcore data to back up what I say, so it can't really give me a strike. But they told me next time I say something, which clearly is going to have something to do with, rhymes with choose, that's going to get me in a lot of trouble. So, because that was why I took the year off. Sorry to be repetitive for those of you that are hearing it, but that's what I was studying very, very intently. As before, I was just kind of looking at it. That pissed two people off. They just left the building, and I might not make some friends with certain people. Anyways, but it's a good video, and I would play it here, but I think I'll get in trouble. But it's on the BitChute channel. I don't have the information linked in below because I'm a tard, and technically, and so I'll have to put it in after. But on my past videos, if you check back one or two videos, it'll have all those channels and stuff listed. Because, of course, don't you know, you want to have every 7,000 things going. Everybody does. This is why we're all scatterbrained. Yeah, anyway, moving on. And maybe we can have a look at... you applied into that group and you got in right away. Well, you don't have a bad name. And you don't look like a troll. Nice masks, LGC. Ever work in Hollywood? That's my face. I was born with it. I'm sorry, good news. I can't do anything about that. I know. My girlfriend's really sad too. Okay. You have a face for radio. You know what I'd like to do? I'd like to do a show. I'd like to have Mike Phillip over. Do you guys know Mike Phillip? Mike Phillip and I have worked together in the past. Like, I've been on his show a few times. And actually, I was on twice about the Nova Scotia stuff right at the beginning. But I should have him come over because he's fun times. He's really fun. Unlike me. Less fun over here. You attract truth seekers. Yes. Okay. Shows 27 likes. Where are we at? I'm going to shut it down. I'm going to shut it down, people. Where are we at? Oh, 38. 38. That's pretty awesome. Took a break from Facebook. Facebook was being trolled, and my cursor likes to roam on its own since I found this new crew. Awesome. Glad you found us, Lorraine. Is Campbell watching? I don't know. Maybe there's nothing better on TV. He's got a big house. CSEC and CSIS. Yeah, CSE is probably watching. And Wide Awake, Project Wide Awake, because I'm wide awake. Everybody's wide awake. Got to know about your Groupons. RCMP's got to know about your Groupons. But that's tinfoil because the RCMP say that and I say facts. Oops, sorry about that. I'm not even going to go to my own funeral. That's good. That's good. That's classic. My bad. Refresh. All but 21 of us are cops. Okay, so have I got any downvotes? Where's Dog? He didn't join us today? Dog? Hey, Dog. If you want to know, if you want to get the lowdown on the Polaris 500 snow plowing, go to Dog, because he's got 4 videos on it. He's got 4 videos, and he will leave nice comments to boot. Good evening, CSIS. Hope you had fresh donuts today, not day old. Can you even get donuts anymore? I suppose you can, right? They don't even make them at the store. At the Brazilian-owned Tim Hortons. Something rhymes with that. Who owns it? Nothing. We don't own anything anymore. We don't own anything in this country. So poor we can't even pay attention. It's just sad. I was doing research on possible suspicious deaths in Nova Scotia prisons, stumbled on Samantha Wallace, who died a year ago. I would recommend article from the Guardians about her. Well, that's interesting. You guys want to go have a little look at that? Let's see. You can deal with my pecking. Samantha Wallace. She related Mike Wallace. Mike Wallace also rhymes with something. Samantha Wallace. Okay. Well, Guardian. What? Nova Scotia? Nova Scotia. God, they're doing a really nice job scrubbing out some of the stuff to do with this stuff. Nova Scotia Medical Examiner to investigate 28. Okay, thank you for your paywall nonsense. Okay, so if you ever encounter paywalls, this is how you deal with them, right? Lots of people know them. Well, this one's kind of basic, but there are ways to get around them. I don't want to pay the star. The communist red star. Truro Medical Examiner has been called in. Oh, Truro. Has been called in to investigate 28-year-old inmate Nova Scotia death woman. Okay, well, I'm not reading it word for word. Correctional Service Canada issued statement Wednesday saying Samantha Wallace died on Monday after she had been taken to hospital in Truro 2 days earlier. I wonder if they had lockdown. Maybe the lockdown? When is this? Ooh. Very recently. March 9th. Oh, 2019. My apologies. 1 year ago. I don't even know what year it is anymore. Taken to the hospital. The statement did not provide details about the circumstances of her death, though it did say family members were present when she died. Federal officials said that Wallace was serving her first federal sentence of 26 months for extortion, criminal harassment, possession of dangerous weapon, and other offenses. You know, if your name is Gabriel Wortman, you don't have to do that. You don't have to do anything. You can have guns. You just put them behind the chimney, and people in Truro will tell you about it, and it doesn't matter. You can just stay at home. Or how about the shotgun down in Halifax? That the Halifax PD responded to on a break and enter call. Nobody's really talked about that one too much. Police have notified correctional services to review the case. Nova Scotia Institution for Women, which is large enough for 99 inmates, is one of 6 federal facilities for women across Canada. Now, I'm thinking, which is probably why Yessie is suggesting that, is that the woman, the corrections woman, who I've heard may or may not have had an affair with Gabriel Wortman at one point in time, worked there. Is that correct? Does anybody know? Maybe you can let me know. Moving on. Seamus is low-hung fruits. Truth. Yes, Seamus, they're all just playing games for the same people. 6i. Truth in all truth. McDonald's is offering free coffee for Popo. Really? So if you're a police officer, you get free coffee. Yeah, what about the latte? What about my latte at Starbucks? I want my latte. I identify as a black man. I want it. Just my tinfoil hat. They're using Trudeau doubles in many cases. New beard, long hair, and a little voice practice. Bingo, especially when he's using the mask. Kofu. Yes, he's the amount of abuse that boy must have gone through as a boy. Quite sad. I don't think he plays for the same team, if you know what I mean. There's no division in my circle. We only want truth and always will stand for the little guy. Donuts and donuts, sugar kills. So do false flags. and do not. Okay. Ozzy, come on, girl. Give us some credit. We're worth the CRE desk. Geez, put Mossad. Hey, don't get me started, Todd. Todd, bad Todd. You're going to get me in trouble here. I will start talking about that stuff. Come on, the stuff down in States. Let's look at that. The George, what is his name? George Floyd Rose, whatever. Isn't it? He has a different. His name actually isn't George Floyd. His name is George Rose, I think. But whatever. People change names all the time, don't you know? Certain people do, don't they, Todd? A lot like to do that a lot. They identify as different things. Okay, so Floyd, let's see here. So if we go to Floyd and we go to autopsy, and then you go to, who is it? What is that goof's name? I think we've talked about this already over here. Guy who did the autopsy. The second autopsy. The family autopsy. Died from asphyxiation. Here we go. This is him. Will we get the name here? So it begins with B or something. Straight out of New York, don't you know? Baden. Here we go. Michael Baden. Michael Baden. Rah, rah, Michael Baden. He's an old man, but he does autopsies, testifies at OJ and JFK, Demora, Israel, ZOA. Oh, sorry. Martin Luther King assassinations. Oh, and the Epstein stuff. Epstein. Baden. Okay. Where did he come from? Oh, notable cases. That's all he kind of does. Oh, smash that early life. Lots of lightning going on down there. Okay, moving on. You should look at the will Ozzy posted in the Discord. I hope we will get to see page 2. You want to look at the will? You want to look at the will? I got the will. I got the will. I had the will. I have a lot of stuff. I haven't posted anything over there. Where is it? I know it's somewhere. Just like everything, it's like, where's my mind? Left that somewhere. Still asking for people to help me find it. Will. Oh, come on. There we go. Okay, well, here is the, do you want the written version of it, or do you want the typed out version? Here we go. There's a third company listed in there, which is rather interesting because that's also being sued. And in case anybody missed the show the other night, I do suggest going back and watching that little blurb. It's only about 15 minutes long, so you can fast forward through that video that we did last night, even though I would say there was a lot of good stuff, and especially towards the end. But if you see maps going on the screen, you'll know you're at the right point. Good stuff if you missed that. Really good stuff. So he's giving all of his stuff, the unembalmed stuff, to the girlfriend, which I won't name, but everybody knows, in the company in Atlantic Denture Clinic, the 3 different ones, Berkshire, Broman, and also, where's the other one listed? No, Northumberland. Investments. And Northumberland, I have found very little. Anybody who's over in the Discord, I was talking with Steve today. Irrespective of whether they are redundant photos, maybe I should actually set that up right now. Just a quick room. and you want to go and find, please, if you can, favors. I hate asking for help, but different people can find different things. So let's do the fiery crash. Let's put it that way. Fire. How do you spell fiery? Is it fiery? No, of course not. Fiery. No. Let's just put fiery. Doesn't matter. Crash. Okay, so there's a channel there for the fiery crash, and anybody who has pictures of the, I don't care if it's redundant, I don't care, because there's going to be a few that I probably have not seen before, and we can dump them in there because I want to see where there's some damage on the police cruiser. Why did that? Why is the supposed, which we know clearly isn't, Wortman car damaged so heavily on the front end? Where's the damage coming from? Somebody sent me something. Look at these one. I got friends. You've got friends. And then McGrath is related. Banfield is related. But if you want the actual physical copy of the will, I can also get that for you too. Now, or like the written, he's got very bad handwriting. He should have been a doctor. Okay. Trudeau isn't worth that much to them. Laugh out loud. Too funny. My faves. Sour Tang. Tang? Hey, Dub. What's up there, buddy? You snuck in there and I missed you. All these people, just, you get in here and I don't even see you. Duck Multiverse. That's kind of cool name. They simply lie. If you want to see the rest, you must sign up for Frank. Well, Seamus has signed up for Frank. But I don't want to get in trouble with Frank because Frank gets upset. We can have a look at, he's got some interesting stuff in there. But if you do want to see something interesting, maybe you guys have heard of it, maybe you haven't. I think it's called 40 gallon and a mule. It's a blog. Is this it? 40 acres and a mule? No, that's no. Is it, what is it, Steve? 40 gallon and a mule? 40 gallon or a gallon and a mule? Let's try a Wortman. That's the black plan down in the United States. I'm getting muddled here. 40 gallons and a mule. Here we go. I was close. 40 gallons and a mule. This is an interesting website. I'll drop the link in. Let's go to the homepage. He's got tons and tons of stuff. This guy knows lots of things. Maybe we're going to see if we can get a hold of him. I hope at some point here. Oops. What am I doing? Paste. Okay, there's that. Anybody that wants to join the Discord, I will also drop the link there too, if I can figure this out. Here we go. Something like this. Okay, bang. And then I think I do like this, right? Bang. Anybody wants to join, don't care if you're a police officer, you're welcome to. Anybody who wants to help. Wortman timeline for a white millionaire unknown to the police. He was awfully known to the police and authorities. So, ooh, there's a bad word in there. I don't think we should read that. Okay, moving along. But anybody that wants access to the Frank stuff, I can look at the Frank stuff. Epstein is hanging out with G. Floyd. We're hanging there, bro. Yeah, and you had the shooting then too, right? See, there's a lot of adversarial police things coming up. And that's going to take good policemen, and it's going to make them also adversarial against the public, which is sad. I'm trying to say George Floyd, whatever, Rose, died 3 years ago. Interesting. I haven't read that. I'm not really up to speed on the news. I'll be totally honest with you. Aussie, poor Frank, and the Chronically Herald newspaper stopped business with his magazine. He got booted from the, that was really sad. He's no longer allowed to ask questions. What is it? Let's see. There was a couple of things, quotes I had last night that I've kind of just been making. Let's see, where is that? There's little quotes, things, people saying things. Here's Frank's really, really disruptive. What did they say it was? Disruptive. Oh, I think I made a copy of the tweet. Let's see. Frank's questions. Here we go. Frank's tweet. Frank. I think I actually knew somebody who had a subscription years ago, a lawyer who had a subscription to Frank. He loved it. I thought it was funny. He was a hilarious guy. Disrespectful, unprofessional, and disruptive, from Jennifer Clark. She's a babe. We will not be sending you registration information for the teleconference presser today. Our rationale is that the past media events, you have been disrespectful, unprofessional, and disruptive. The material we will be presenting today is available on the website on the following the presser. So Frank gets the boot. Do you want to hear what Frank's questions were? Let's hear what Frank's questions were. Is this here? Here we go.
Hi there, Andrew Douglas from Frank Magazine.
Let's see how disruptive.
There isn't any public safety risk anymore. The shooter is dead, and since he's dead, we don't need to protect his right to a fair trial. What is behind your hesitance to provide details on what you know now? We understand that there are things that you don't know, but what is your hesitance to provide details on what you do know now?
So, for instance, the timeline. I would like nothing more than to provide the media and public with the timeline, but it literally is still a work in progress.
Working on it. They're working that one out.
Appropriate for us to give that out in its current state. We are very close. I would say within a day of providing a timeline with some detail, because appreciate, and I know I've said this at previous meetings here, we are still piecing together the movements of this subject. We believe we have identified the locations and sites that he attended and when he did, but there certainly are gaps that still need to be investigated.
I'd say so.
Why does it have to be wrapped up in a bow in order to give that information? Why can't you tell us what you know?
Burned out rage.
Concern is always that we give information that is not completely accurate. And in a rush to provide the public and the media with that information, we err.
You err a lot.
Sometimes those mistakes can be impactful to the investigation, to the victims and their families. So we're being very careful.
You impacted the victims quite badly.
In terms of providing
22 of them.
Information at the appropriate time.
That carefulness with providing information, you received a firearms call at 10:30.
Yep. See, boom.
By the time you issued your first tweet, you had at least one homicide. I'm not clear on how many you know about, but you had at least multiple. One. You described that as a firearms complaint, but then, which sort of vastly undersold it, but then you sort of oversold it with staying at home. It's a very confusing message. Are you satisfied with the messaging that went out by the RCMP on Twitter?
Oh, okay. Whoa.
Yeah,
I gotta back that up. He totally set him up though, right? If you hear what he's saying, are you very satisfied? Well, he totally set him up, but Leather, I don't know, in his nervousness and his infinite intelligence, I'm not sure actually fell into this. So let's listen to that again.
But then, which sort of vastly undersold it, but then you sort of oversold it with stay in your home. It's a very confusing message. Are you satisfied with the messaging that went out by the RCMP on Twitter?
Yeah, very satisfied with the messaging, both with our CIC, so the commander at the time, in terms of his messaging to the officers that were in the area looking for this suspect, because remember, until the following day, we had some idea where the suspect was located, some theories, but we had no idea.
Oh, none.
And so the communications were being provided were the best and clearest information that could be provided. And again, a distinct lack of information other than what we provided to the public by going to many of the residents in the Portapique area, for instance, and doing door knocks and checking these residents for the occupants and their safety.
Thank you, Andrew.
Thank you, Andrew. Shut her down. Shut her down. No. And then he tried to ask one more question, and that part I haven't clipped out yet. I'm just going through and clipping all these news conferences. And Corporal Clark was like, no, you cannot ask anything more. No. And then he can't go to anything more. Poor guy. But he asked like that question about the hour that after they knew homicides, lots of homicides, knew a cop car. And he said, and they're like, weapons complaint? And then he set him up with the satisfied. Trudeau is only important to himself. It's not just Trudeau. Listen, I'm not going to infight with people because that's absolutely not the way. But this political system is the same all over the world. All the parties, doesn't matter where you go, doesn't matter what party, doesn't matter what country. They're all the same in the developed world. They're out to obey orders from above. And we still play along with their theater they call our political system. Oh, there goes our ghetto bird. I don't live in the ghetto, though. I don't know why it's flying around. I'll take my shut up pills now. Look for a copy of Frank at the local drugstore, but they no longer carry it. Oh, that's too bad. You can get it online. That's how I do. But of course, I don't live down there. So paper copy would be kind of cool. They do the PDF. Shut up injections. Shut up injections? Shut up injections? Who needs a shut up? I need the shut up injection. Epstein was swacked to protect DC PDOs. I'm just reading comments, by the way. So if there is tinfoil in here, dog, that's where it's coming from. I'm not saying that this is, but Epstein was to protect DC pedos, Trump included. Yes, I would say that's true. Kushner knows. Maxwell is hiding. Yep. Q-turds. Yep. And no offense on people who like you, but that's absolutely 100% right. Todd knows what's going down. Shut down, Todd. Can't criticize that group. You can't criticize any group. The shield's up. You see, this is a calm tactic. They've got this one figured out. It's always the shield's up. Shields up. The RCMP uses victims. Shields up. They use hero. Got to have one, of course. So they're going to say they made that. Think about it rationally in your own head, and you can figure it out. Like obviously you can figure it out. But I'm saying if you just stand back and you look at it, Officer Stevenson didn't do anything. That was totally invented. Totally invented by the RCMP. But they stand behind that. They say, don't attack us because we had a family member killed. No, you can't talk to us. Shut her down. They learned that tactic. It's the same thing as don't debate anybody ever. That's a very common one. Never even engage in a debate. And then what you do is you belittle the person by saying to them, I won't stoop to that level to go down to to even talk to you about that. You're insulting my intelligence. I'm not going to stoop to that level. It's a very common tactic. Well learned from somewhere. Little Miss O, can you catch that footage from Stephen Avery funeral? Shows a guy looking a lot like George Floyd in the coffin from early last month. Okay, I don't know anything about that. Moving along. But hopefully, trust the Mad Hatter can get the answer from Little Miss on that one. Rabbi reported that the infrastructure Barbie can't account for 100 billion. Yeah, they're spreading all kinds of stuff. Okay, that's probably going to get me a lot of down votes, but I have the proof to back that up too. I'm back. No, didn't see that. Stephen Avery funeral headline says, "Wake up." What happened here? It just moved all my comments. Now I have to go back and find where I was. Something. No, Mickey D's. I don't know, something here. Okay, I don't know. This hour, I don't know. I think this is just moving on me and it's doing all kinds of things. I'm trying to see this. He's way behind. See? Dub's got it. Of course I'm slow, man. It's me. Who do you think you're talking to, Dub? I'm in. Okay. Sour tangerine. Dank weed messing me up here. Okay. All right. So Dub's in on the tangerine. YouTube, the Constitutional Conventions did a vid about Durham Police Department with 16-year-old black boy pinned down with knee and neck. Okay. Yeah, I'm clearly very far behind. Do you quit while you're way behind, or what do you do then? Do I try and catch up? What do I do? I'm just going to go with my gut. Seems to be, 4 people didn't like that. They left. Okay. So I shouldn't say Masad. No, you can't say that. That's wrong. That's really wrong. Can't debate on that one there, Todd. That'd be bad. 13 million from GoFundMe on the Dead Sea. Well, there's a lot of things going over there. Better believe the pale horse who's on the loose. Can we figure out who the rider is? That's a good question. When you become more of a liability than the profit center, they'll get rid of you. I don't think these psychopaths have any loyalty. That's a totally agree there, Duck. Put on the good stuff as separate little video. Yeah. I'm gonna try and just do little. I don't know if you guys remember those. Yeah, you guys, probably many of you didn't know me on Twitter. Anybody here know me on Twitter before? Anybody? No _jihad_Justin. No jihad Justin. That was me. I used to dump all kinds of fun things on there. LGC look into military drills in Truro. I've kind of looked into that a little bit. I'm just kind of sticking with the timeline. I know I'm boring. I just want to take them to court and take them out. I can ask, somebody can ask that kind of thing then. I don't think that's going to come up, but maybe. That was my question. What a military. Okay. Epstein enjoying drinks on the beach with Osama bin Laden, Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi, and others. Would that be Muammar Belkadir? Maybe you can put Gabriel Wortman in there. You could throw a few people in there. But don't say that. That's just too much of this. Can you post the invite for the Discord? Did I not post that? I think I'm so far back now. I'm so far behind that we'll just fast forward a lot. He's way behind. Maybe I'll put that comment up. He's way behind because that is what's really going on here. Just honestly, look at the homes burned down. They all belong to Gabriel Wortman. I don't know about that. Going to have the land titles for that kind of thing. I can definitely, absolutely say, well, that wasn't burned down. Terrace, rather. No, okay. Trying tough to keep up with the comments. Yeah, okay. So we'll just zip through here. Sorry about everybody who I'm passing by there. I knew Frank was the reason they didn't do live questions live on CTV. Absolutely, Steve. Something's going on. I think they clipped out some little shit there. It was their little tricky boo nonsense because they were doing the Falcon Cam on the main CTV. Like if you went to the CTV webpage on YouTube, there were Falcon Cam. I think it was something to do with a bird. I'm thinking people shouldn't be able to join a live until they hit the like. What's up with that? Okay, I'm gathering that's quite far back. I think that's Tommy Soto. Shut her down. Shut her down. The RC's edit timeline again due to LGC. That's not just due to a lot of people. The RC's. Yeah, we used to call that them out in the country. We used to call them that gravel road cops. Anybody also know that, the GRCs, because of their French name, GRC, gravel road cop. Aussie only missing like 8 likes, so 8 cops in this chat. Awesome, welcome. Just be sure to leave comments about my hair, but it's clean today, so yeah. Be sure to continue with the ad hominems because I'm feeling very attacked and your defense is awesome. This shooting hit me hard. I used to live on Hunter Road with my uncle in Wentworth. Wow, I'm really, really terribly sorry. You know, I don't know how long you've been a part of the team, Daniel, but you know, Tara's that would be the Tuck, Aaron Tuck. Is a good friend. His sister's a good friend of mine. So this is why this all came about. So if you want to join the Discord, you have anything that you feel that you can add, I'm all ears, and I'm very sorry for all of you guys down there. It's just absolutely atrocious. It's deflating, you know? It's just absolutely deflating. But these people cannot keep us down. We will not let them go. Keep on going with their nonsense. And then now they want to get into spying. Heavily involved in drugs and movement, cops and jails. Well, he's getting the money from somewhere, true Aussie. I mean, it's just the money thing is outrageous. Wonder if Wortman was working with corrupt Popo, but getting too brassy for them. Too froggy, too frisky. It seems like the police were giving him a pass. Hey, Dawn, I do have your number, Dawn, and I'm going to give you a call. Okay, I don't know what time you're up till. I don't like to be rude. Yessie, I knew there was a real reason, but wasn't sure. She was in jail for bomb threats to the courthouse. Well, that wasn't very nice of her. Military hospital playing games. They're all scared shitless of Frank magazine. That other guy though, that blog, he actually, I think, knows the dirt ahead of time before Frank. Oh, lost 4 more. Be sure to hit the like button before you exit stage. Just saying. I don't ask for likes. It's whatever. Wonder who is betting the kill number in the jump room. Just asking Lorraine out. Wondering if the helicopter downing. Yes, it's interesting. Helicopter downing, and then the snowbird crash. I don't know. That sounds a bit QE, but smell swamp connections. There's connections all over. Trust. Come on. We all know that. How deep it goes. But you got to start small, like really small and really petty. And then we can start digging more. Trudeau looking more like Lucy Fur with goatee and long hair. I'm back. What did I miss? Hey, maybe I'm getting caught up in the comments now. I don't know. Mad Hatter had to ask. None of these Swiss cheese massacres. Tinfoil. You calling me out? Am I calling you out? I don't think I'm calling you out. To trust. I don't do a lot of that anymore. I pick my battles carefully. We the sheeple. I wouldn't be calling you out. I'm not calling you out. Tinfoil is tinfoil. I agree with tinfoil. I'm into tinfoil. I've studied tinfoil. I'm just staying with the nerdy stuff. numbers and all that jazz. How does a car hit a car? You know, that kind of stuff. Pretty exciting. But that pretty exciting stuff is a problem for a lot of people, because especially when you lie, it's very hard to tell the truth. You have to have a good memory. Trust the Mad Hatter, especially when you go off script. But he was reading from a script, and he said some things. He was reading from a script with the red Mazda. They fuck up even with the script. So why is Mad Dog Mattis turning against Trump now? Ooh. Do you know who I would suggest asking that question to? That would be Brendan O'Connell. Then you can he might have an answer for you. He's been answering that one for a long time. Poor Brendan, he's a fucking genius on a lot of stuff, but he's lost it. I totally can relate with that. The hair is looking impeccable. Oh, I'm gonna phone my girlfriend. She's gonna maybe she'll like my hair. Scrotum eyes Soros behind Antifa. Okay, the Soros, I go through Soros, go through his bank accounts, how much money he was worth, find out how much he was dumping into open societies and other like causes, find out if he has any money left. He doesn't. But he's a very good face. You need the face of evil. Put the pies on it, right? And he's out there. That's his job. That's all he's supposed to do is take the pies, and that's fine. 54 watching, 53 likes. Oh my goodness. I think I'm going to get, that's crazy. 57. What news? Bank of Montreal is yes, they could into crazy stuff. Banks and money and anti-hate. You mean they fund everything? You mean they would give to like both sides of the problem? Don't they? No. That's shocking. Yeah. Snowbird engine military cleanup. Okay, Snowbird cleanup. Maryland. Not going to touch that. Not going to touch it. Okay, I think actually I'm getting almost closer now. Everybody, 51 people hung in there. You guys are impressive, man. Impressive. My father's camp is way in Hunter Road, past Wesley Pattering's barn. I've done a lot of hunting down there with Bill Baker. Listen, anybody who has any kind of knowledge of anything, please, I implore you you don't have to have a face. You can be anonymous. Nobody needs to know. There are certain things that we've talked about that doesn't involve anybody, or you can do an interview anonymously, and we can talk. So because that's the only way we're going to get answers, right? And it involves doing work, and don't worry about it if you can't devote tons of time. But if you have the knowledge, as in information, share it. Knowledge is power. Knowledge can be the difference between life and death. Post the Discord link. Okay, I will post the Discord thing again. It's kind of booming over there. Last little while, it's pretty nice. Good people too. Probably a couple of spooks in there, I would think. I expect that. But there's nothing wrong because nobody's doing anything illegal. and they're just shitting their pants if they're watching. Okay. Maybe Dog can join. He can tell us about his Polaris. Trudeau looks like a creep. Thank you, Mohawk Territory. I make pot chocolates. Okay, this has turned into something else. Strawberry cough, Mohawk. Okay. You guys are having a real conversation. Soros is a puppet, does dirty deeds to appease Israel for his war crimes. No, he didn't. He wasn't playing both sides of the fence there either, was he? There's no such thing as what is it that I love that quote from that lady, that neocon. She was in PNAC. Her husband, who was it? Yeah, I think she was too. There's no such thing as dual loyalty. I'm like, yeah, right. Cone of silence. The more I dig, the more my internet gets fucky. Hoi, there's something that is totally true. We should do just a show on the internet fucky that and phone fucky that's going on between everybody that's kind of doing stuff. Jesus, I know Steve, myself, Adrian has had some problems. Tara's had a lot of problems. Strange things going on. Is that, oh, come on, you're just tinfoil, man. Tinfoil? I got video of tinfoil. Tinfoil tuxedo. You wear a tinfoil tuxedo? Todd or Dub? Which one of you guys? What are you doing there? I bought gummies. Okay, I know what you guys. Jesus, man, you guys all talking about stuff. April 22nd, CTV Atlantic reported RCMP used military to investigate GW, or was it to clean up their mess? Absolutely. Let's see. Maybe I can find the picture of the Portapique Beach Road with truck. Maybe. Dead man tell no tales. Dead man tell no tales. Dead man tell no tales. Anybody know anything about the cars too? Feel free to send me private messages or whatever, and Twitter DMs. I think, again, that contact information's on some of the other videos, but it's because just in case, so I don't miss something. Here we go. Army truck. Here's what was going down on Portapique Beach Road. Here's the military they called in. Pot smokers easily distracted. Seamus, sorry. It's okay. I'm not angry at anybody. I'm not like that. Just piss me off, and then I get angry. Cut me off in traffic. I'm trying to get better. I'm getting old now. I'm getting a lot more relaxed. Saturday Eve stuff. What's everybody doing on their Saturday? In theory, won't affect your internet connections. At the highest levels, they just copy packets with their spy cluster for analysis. Is that their fucking wide awake nonsense? They can't even get their shit together for a press conference yet. They want to fucking scan everybody and know everything about everybody. It's unbelievable. These people. I like Idaho guys protecting their towns. I like people protecting their towns, standing up for the people that they care about. Not just the people that they care about, humans in their community. God damn it. That's what life's about. Taking care of one another. Sometimes we're down, sometimes we're up, sometimes we need help, sometimes we don't. Sometimes Tara needs help. Down the line, I'm going to need help. Maybe one day I'll need help and you guys are going to be here. You're already helping out tons, right? Why is it the killers and the victims always seem to know each other in some way or have met before? You know, they poo-pooed that, eh? They poo-pooed the hit list. They didn't like the hit list when somebody dumped that. Who was that? Nathan Staples. Nathan Staples. He disappeared. He was a bit of a... All the people in this story are... Save a couple. But I think it's actually the ones that aren't in the media. It's like just people. There was somebody that lives, somebody contacted me. And if it's that person in here, and I apologize if I don't remember, somebody contacted me and lives down the street from the EHS station near exit 9. And if you can reach out to me and contact me again, just because of my shoddy memory, I would really appreciate it, because I would like to ask you a couple questions. Again, don't have to be on the record. Saturday night, talkie time, and talkie night in Canada, as Mark would say. Mark, is that Mark Friesen? See, when I took my break, I missed so much. I just kind of, new people came along. Grizzly needs help right now. Who you're talking about, Mark? Maybe acting classes with Turd. My tablet is only used for YouTube, Google. I have separate equipment for untraceable uses. Nothing is untraceable. The more I dug on that, when I started to go really high up at the food chain on the 044, I hate that number. That number is my number. Anyway, if you, in my experience, and I'm not saying I'm right because I'm not always right, obviously, but when you go pretty high up and you start going into ICANN, you go into ICANN the way it's structured now and who controls it, the quote stakeholders. I dug into some of those people, and they're very not good people. The monitoring, I mean, it's DARPA. The internet is DARPA, and the intranet. This is all just there's nothing that you can do, and that I used to be very secretive and hiding stuff, and you can't do that because that's what they want people to do. They want people to be afraid all the time. They want people to be afraid of each other and think that somebody else is a cop or something like this, or an intelligence agent. Who gives a shit? Come on over to my house. We'll have coffee. I don't have any cream though. I'm not racist. I drink it black. Body language. Ghost would have a heyday with RCMP. Yeah. Absolutely, Lorraine. The leather is like a bad person. But the PR campaign that they've got going is a bad. Whoever set it up is not very. You got to have somebody else come in. But I don't know, maybe it's just the lack of superintendents that they have in Nova Scotia or something. But maybe you should give somebody a speedy promotion and transfer them out there. It's just not very good. Military and RCMP don't mix and match investigations unless they are both involved. It's just not done. Don't mix civilian matters with military matters. Well, I think they're kind of bleed into each other on some levels, right? Some levels, because you're talking about intelligence on a lot of levels. And RCMP is federal. Army is federal. they're very much about protecting federal interests, government, not people interest. His business is being attacked online. Whose business? Whose business is being attacked? Joe Mack. Hello, Joe Mack. Grizzly had an Antifa attack his business with bad ratings. How many people actually even believe those ratings? I mean, you can spoof them if you want to. I don't believe shit. What? I should play a song. I should play some music sometimes. It's too spicy. I think it'll get me in trouble, though. I've played songs before, though, and I haven't gotten in trouble. They have hit me for copyright, even though they're remakes. And they talk about the ratings. Which song is that? Parentheses? I started thinking parentheses. Dox me. I'm not going to dox you, man. Do you think I'm going to dox you? No. I'm a good guy. I think I am. I hope I am. Antifa is paid by corporatism and not capitalism. They're all paid by the same people. Great books. Who is that guy? You know, once you start like really digging into a lot of stuff gets really interesting. Who is that professor? Conley. See, this is why I was ready to go before, kind of, and now I've been sidetracked. So now a lot of my stuff is, I should have been streaming the whole time when I was doing that, but whatever. I wasn't supposed to, because if I was, I would have been kicked off by now. And then I wouldn't be able to help but do my little piece, whatever that is. Bad reviews on his business. That's fucking horrible, but, you know, then people just go and chop at Mark's business and give him positive ratings. I don't know. You know, it's terrible. But we can see each other through. We support each other. It is possible Wortman burned down his first with everyone, and that they had a real officer do this. I don't know what's going on. All I know is that the timeline is falling apart and the story is full of shit, as everybody knows, which is rather redundant for me to say. But the more you poke holes in it, the more it falls apart. Don't have the radar on it. What? No, shut it down. If you have something important, confidential to say, send a letter. Never, do you know what, Tommy? My mom taught me that lesson when I was a kid. If you are ever worried that something might come back to haunt you, never put it on a piece of paper. Never. Ever. And that was the days before the internet, before computers. Never really put anything on a piece of paper. That can come back and bite you in the ass. Huge. I'd say probably if you're worried about something, don't say it. You better make sure you know who you're talking to. But again, like I said, you can't run around this world distrusting everybody. Google. Yeah, well, Google. A lot of same names keep appearing from certain places. The pail of trash. The pail of trash. Why does it always come out of the pail of trash? Antifa kind of vanished also since they are officially branded as a domestic terrorist group, and look forward to see what they do here in Canada. They're very organized. They've been around a long time. They got a lot of money. JGMS Antifa is already in Toronto. It's been around forever, everywhere. They're punks. Get paid. Lots of social disruptive people just socially engineering. Social credit experiment. Sorry, now something happened there. Okay, keep in mind, let's see what Don's got to say. Keep in mind that they can and do listen in on all of our communications. Absolutely, Don, 100%. Everything, not just your communications. I did a video about that. They banned that. And I got into some pretty heavy stuff. Not really super heavy, but heavy enough that they didn't like it. There was supposed to be another couple parts. Always these unfinished projects I have, many. Canadian government is involved in GW murders. Well, they are certainly involved to the level that they aren't telling the truth. That's most certainly. A lot of people around my little Colchester home say that they knew Gabe personally and can't imagine him doing this. You know, I've heard that from a few people on the net anyways. I don't know them at all. But I've heard he wasn't a bad guy at times, but he could be very bad. You live in Colchester. Are you guys going to change your police force? Do you want to change your police force, Daniel? I just want to see if you can dox me to find out any intel on me, not for malicious purposes. I have no purpose and no reason to. But thanks for the invitation. Not really my forte. So if GW was in the relationship 17, 20 years and he was abusive from time to time, was involved with RCs under the light of day and starts a relationship with an officer and LB finds out. Well, she was not happy apparently from the FaceTiming with the woman who was a friend, apparently. I don't know. But again, I mean, what is LB, right? Is she common law? Because she doesn't live there? Is she a girlfriend? Is she an important witness? Is she ex-girlfriend? The RCMP have been intentionally sketchy about her, and you can't find hardly shit about her on the internet. Like they scrub pretty hard. Like there's a couple of things left. She's got a fairly big family. What is it, Beaverbrook or something she's from. Not trying to dox her. Don't want to get anybody. Hitters, buddy. Dude, you had me all worried. And I'm serious about that. I like my hitters. He's a good guy. Steve's back here. Okay. So, yeah, Colchester, are you guys going to dump? Because it's going to cost a lot more money. So your taxes are going to go up. If they agree to the new RCMP proposal, which hasn't even been tabled, even though it was due in March, late on their homework, the RCMP. Well, never worry. No, the dog ate it. Don't talk to us about it because we're doing a behavioral analysis now. And he's an injustice collector. What? Who collects injustice? Social justice? I don't know. Toucan, but it's not healthy. Toucan. I saw a video in Toronto of cops putting out rocks. Oh, you did? Ew. You and I are going to have a conversation. I need to talk to... See, I've got this list. You know what? See? Do you want to see? Here. I have all these things going all the time. Books, papers. Like, my place is a fucking disaster. But you want to see my phone list? There's a phone list. Hitters, you're on the phone list, sir. You're on the phone list. As are you, Dawn. I'm going to give you a call. Zionist Freemasons control the pig pen. You can't say that, Brown Eyes. You can't say that. That's a dirty word. Don't be saying that. Don't be saying that stuff now. That's a bit of a smoke screen anyway, but if you ever want to say something bad that will get you into trouble, tell One Eye's first saves poor agents from some scrolling time. Sorry? I think that's a very good joke, and it's totally over my head because I'm not there. Anyway, do you watch NTD News, also known as China Focus? If not, should check him out. But okay, again, as soon as this stuff wraps up, I have a mission, and you're not going to find me here doing it. Probably, it's going to be on those other platforms. As in, if Steve can help me out with my stuff. If he's kind enough to help me figure out how to do this D-Live. And then Dub was really awesome, as was Boobs, in getting me set up on this Vid 8, which I'm not on right now, because it doesn't work, apparently, for scheduled. It's, I guess, but, excuse me. But, I'm going to be there, and I'm going to be talking about more spicy things you can't talk about here. There, I saw that word. That's a bad word too. Trust. Don't be using that. What's Wortman's Fet Life? Oh! Excuse me? Excuse me? Really? I can totally see that. The FaceTime party. Ooh. Now I am really needing to talk to you. Let's see, I'll put an asterisk beside your name hitters. What time is it down there? Oh, it's very late. I don't think I can be calling you. You're a hard-working guy. Hopefully it won't be, just let me, don't answer unless you can. They attacked Dan, got arrested. Dan disturbing the peace. Yeah. Well, I can't understand how he got charged with assault, but I'm Dan doesn't make me happy because he doesn't say the word Antifa. He likes to call it black bloc. Screw off with this black bloc. Call it what it is. I don't like to call enemies, I don't like to call a snake a frog. It's retarded. Call it what it is. Saw video cops picking up rocks left at corners. Okay, I think this is more about the rocks in Toronto. That asshat put the vid out conveniently, forgot to film. Todd doesn't like somebody. Asshat. Wanted to lick my boots. If you're sending something important to someone you trust and you don't want it monitored digitally, then mail might be an option. It is. It's just if you are ever concerned that that's going to be seen, then yeah, you got to see that person in person. That was why Prince Andrew flew back to see Mr. Epstein, you see. Don't talk on the phone. Don't send anything in the mail. He kind of probably got Prince Andrew. Got his orders. You come now. Bet they called off the rioting and looting once that guy filmed the cops setting the rocks out. Nice to know the whole story. I'm going to leave all that with Steve because Steve is doing an awesome job with that. Maybe he can catch me up sometime. Stuff I've read from is crazy from local. Excuse me. I'll take one more shut up pill and listen. No. Never do that. Never ever let somebody tell you to shut up or shut yourself down. Never. Doesn't matter if it's the craziest thing in the world. Who cares? You got to be able to say what you want to say, and it might often, quite often is not crazy. And we got to be confident in ourselves. Great job on the intro. Thanks, Steve. Super job. Steve did the intro. Great job. Yeah. Though I got to change the music because it's got hit with a copyright. So maybe I could put in something spicy. No, I can't. That would be great. I'd love to. Change the music all the time. Put a different spicy tune in. Have you looked at the True Crime Society? They have a bunch of info on the Nova Scotia massacre. Okay, Ozzy. I'll leave Todd and Ozzy working that one out, and I guess I can kind of see how this bureaucratic nonsense kind of comes to pass, where it's like you just can't deal with everything. But try and keep things going as much as possible. We were going to do the Zoom, right? The Zoom is in place. Thanks very much, Steve, on that one. And so the people over on the Discord, we will be doing a Zoom meeting. And hopefully we can get as many people attending as possible. I don't know if you can't, what we should do about that. Maybe we can make just a... No, I don't want to make a video of it, I don't think. Well, we'll see what other people think. Plus, my screen recorder is broken for some reason. Just like the camera that doesn't like to work anymore sometimes, even though it's not running, it's telling me it's running. Something very deep inside is using it sometimes. Jericho Green is another source of USA BLM Intel. BLM. Sounds like BM. Nurse lingo. Bowel movement. We're still in lockdown, rallies everywhere. What the fuck? Absolutely. Where's that? Who's a spy? There's no spies. Well, there's spies everywhere. Here's the spies. Downtown Halifax got a pile of bricks. Side street up from Barrington on first protest night. Jeez, he's got the down low on a lot of stuff. Can I be on the phone list? Fan use 0. I'm presuming that you're joking about that. Trust. Cult of Baal. Oh yes, our stuff goes back very old. Goes back older than that. Sadly. Ian, what's up, buddy? Silver. All these good people. So good. VJB in Russia is a good platform to park videos. Well, apparently if I get a video banned now, my channel is being monitored by altcensor.com. I was like, what? Those guys are kind of serious news, and they're monitoring. I got just this message on one of my videos a while back, and they're like, "We're monitoring your video now 24 hours a day, and your content will be available. We have set up a page for you." I'm like, "Whoa, like what? I'm a nobody, dude." And I'm not even talking about that was after. I'm not even talking about any of that stuff yet. Strange. I guess the Halifax stuff is I don't know. Anyway, shit's ramping up here. Lots to come. Oof. I'm sorry, but you know what? Hitters is a fucking Hitters is good. He has to take care of himself. Boom. Lay it down. Not sure if that story is actually accurate. I live in Toronto, near the core, but not near the core. There were people who were observed, multiple pallets of bricks, multiple locations, no info on who put them there. Weird stuff. Project Veritas released an investigation into Antiva. Has anybody seen it? Does anybody know who pays Project Veritas? I'll just leave that one out there. They fund all of it. It's all smoke and mirrors, everything. We're fucking playing their game. That's my theory. Or safe word. So is there something about the fat life? Jesus. That's fucking crazy, man. Crazy, man. Crazy stuff. Crazy. Oh no. Here I am. I've gone, like, how far back am I? You all got so many good comments. Black Bloc is the name, is what they named their clothing getup. All black with total face as per Project Veritas video. Well, yeah, but you don't call it something else that it's not. You don't. Antifa has a history. It's a very long history. Yeah. Germany. Pail of trash. Why always the same characters? The pallets were placed throughout downtown area. Many bricks, near structures, mostly glass, stone. I mail BB Christmas cards all the time. Todd, you're gonna kill me. No, he didn't die of smoking. He didn't die of smoking. He didn't die of, his past, previous, I don't know how should you say, different life. He didn't die from any of that. No. He died from Todd Smith making him laugh too hard. Ruptured the spleen and he died. Mr. Al 444. Bro lives in Danforth, saw bricks. Okay. There's lots of stuff about the stuff there. Hopefully Steve's taking notes about all that. Because lots of people know things. I see Trump allowed the other team's royal couple, Mr. and Miss Merkel, into the United States. Well, that's because Germany is a totally controlled state, too. Germany never became a country. Never became a country after World War II. It was all controlled. All controlled. Just a puppet state of the U.S. We can ask the American consulate to call us next time on that one. I used to send BB cards, Easter cards. Oh, okay. Yeah, Easter cards. There's a good one. Yeah, and Christmas. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I'm sure he loves that. You could say, a sign at St. Paul or something like that. What's going on there? It's St. Paul. This is Saul. But now my name is St. Paul. You love me, don't you? Think we can get up to 100, it says. Excuse me. Godlike Productions has a lot of info on this, okay? A lot of Toronto stuff. Black Lives Matter. Yeah, no, I know what BLM is. Yeah. Spend too much time, tracing money trees and things like that. Goofy anarchist groups. On right, left, everything is all the same. Yes, I heard many people reporting the same thing. Quite a few pictures. That was my actual number. Well, why are you putting that out there? I mean, you're concerned about people doxing you and stuff, dude. If you want to give me a call, I mean, what do you want to talk about? Dan Dix is good coverage. Yeah, well, I mean, I don't understand why he got charged with assault. That one I couldn't quite figure out. Maybe I missed something. I didn't watch the whole thing. I just watched his little wrap-up video today. I think he's pulling in a lot more than 800. I think he can afford to get a new GoPro. I didn't quite understand the asking for shilling for more money. Not that I have a problem with Dan Dix, because Dan Dix is a good guy. But I think, other than the black box stuff. But he did say Antifa. But it was in a video where after he got hit in the head with a bottle. Was assaulted. And then, he got assaulted. And then he gets charged with assault. I don't understand. Just walking the dogs and listening, can't see the screen. Well, there's nothing exciting to see, Ian, except my ugly mug, which is not greasy hair today. Mr. Doggy Style, whatever his name is. GRC, dog, something. I don't know. Maybe he loves his dog, his canine, like loves his canine. I shouldn't say things like that. Come and debate me, though. Come on. Many people here are aware of the tactics being used. They are watching. No word from the mayor. Okay. Glad I didn't watch Dan Dix go down. I'm glad Dan Dix wasn't hurt. I'm just really glad that, because people, I'm understanding the COVID, and I'm understanding the violent nature of, you get a few of these paid people, provocateurs in there causing trash, hyping people up. It's really sad, the herd mentality that people will fall into. And that's why I like, seeing those videos of like black guys who are like, I'm absolutely not taking those rocks. Are you a fucking moron? No. See, we have intelligence. We know what's going on here. Seamus is intrigued by fat life. Ooh, fat life. Fat life. Oh, you seen bricks in Halifax, hitters? That's crazy. Crazy. We had something here, I think, in Calgary. Somebody sent me a video of it. One of my friends on Twitter. I was trying to explain trolls. Because I suspect maybe we may have a troll or get a troll or something like that. Possibly in the... but that's to be expected. Cops and trolls, you're going to get them. And I have a friend who is a troll. And he's like smart as a fucking whip. But he trolls like horrible. That's all he does on Twitter. Troll. Account ban. Troll. Account ban. But some of his stuff is funny. But he's going to get booted again right now, I think. Cops and Antifa signaling each other in DD's videos. It's obvious. Anybody can be bought and paid for. And especially if they don't see the bigger picture. If they don't understand that there's things that work in think tanks and such, but the think tanks are just pawns of that same element. They think long term, generations. So people are like, oh, okay, I can get a few $1,000. Yay, I'm a hero. You're just a stupid ass, and you just sold your soul, and everybody else's too. You retard. The thing is that with all these events, we know that cops know who they're on the same side, or at least ordered not to act. Yeah, Charlottesville. There was another one. Charlottesville, very interesting though. One day. Got a link. Good news bear. My wife was telling me her mother on the phone. They were driving on the highway, could see military action, and her phone call got cut off. Hoy. Down there. I'm presuming on that day. Rick must come from somewhere. Ian, research more. Well, Don't say that word. Don't say that word, Hillary. That's not a good word. I'm thinking about that video again. I can't believe they banned that fucking video. Like it was absolutely like just evidence. Like it was not too heavy, but it was evidence. Lots of evidence in there. No. Gotta ban it. I think the ADL didn't like it or something. They used one of their quotes. The rule is law. There it isn't. We can restore law. I think. I hope. That's what it's there for. If you die, Mossad put in the news, it was murdered by hornets. No, I want to say it was a tractor flipping over and I suffocated. Because I want to go out like Trafficant. Poor Trafficant. He was an amazing guy. Military vehicles have jammers in them. They do? Yes. The tech stuff. Dollars to Donuts. Paulie and I talked about that one day. And she's like so on the same page. When this all burns down, people are going to learn that the tech, they're going to throw it all away. All of it. And they're going to go back to living a pretty simplistic life. But the sad part is when they get to that stage, people will learn not to trust anybody. It'll be very sad because you can't trust anything that you see. I did that in the video. I talked about the fake fucking YouTube channels that are out there. And how easy it is to make them. Pumping all kinds of people full of all kinds of stuff. Which brings me to another point. Of course. One more thing, Columbo says. Poirot never did that. He was a good guy. 44 again. Okay, now down for 43. Good. I don't want to see that number. So, I made a couple of videos before. I didn't get a lot of feedback about it, but I'd be interested, and I am very interested, always to know what people watch on YouTube and what YouTube's algorithms are suggesting to them that's way out of left field, like something that you just don't watch. Because YouTube is very much about influencing. It's a social engineering tool. It's like television except on crack. It is terrible. And so, these terms that started getting floated, like even, and I am familiar with them from prior things, but it's like water. It's handed out now. Everybody's into the mental illness diagnoses, things like the narcissism. That's been kicking around for a little bit, and the BPD. And it just keeps, flooding people. At least it did with me and people that I've spoken to. And I'm like, what the fuck? Does that have anything to do with the price of tea in China? But it does do something to people's minds, because then they sit there and they start to get into that victim mentality. The psychology is very bad, right? And psychology is not necessarily a very good thing. I'm very anti-psychology, even though I think there are good components to it. It is very much just about making yourself feel fucking terrible and weak and sitting in a spot. Bad things happen to everybody. I'm not diminishing circumstances that people come from. I've had bad things happen in my life. I'm more fortunate than other people, true. But to sit around and wallow in your shit when there's fairly easy ways of dealing with things, like talking to your friends and loved ones, being very open and candid, and garnering support from them until you can work through things, get it out, and hopefully come to a point that doesn't bother you as much anymore. But to sit in a constant state of I'm diagnosing myself with this or that, and then you go to the psychologist and you say, do I have this? And then you're off to a psychiatrist, and then you go to the doctor, and then they're like, well, you maybe need some pills, and it really fucks up your head. Lots of bad things happen, and we all have been traumatized for a long time, but it isn't necessarily things to do with, how am I trying to say it? It makes people feel a lot worse than it does any good, which is sad. And I don't like to see that. Because there are really, really helpful ways of working through things. Remember the most scandalous story of Mansbridge? Remember Mansbridge? How about that? There's a scandal. He had a very bald head, Mansbridge. Tesla tried warning us. We used the back of, well, I don't know about Elon Musk either. I have questions about him. I don't think you can't get to the top of this heap, whether it's in business or in politics. You cannot get to the top of this heap unless you step all over people in ways that you shouldn't be stepping on people. And if you get really up there by selling your soul, that's what you have to do. And people have idolized this. It's very sad. I mean, if somebody can sing very well, I think that's fantastic. It's a skill, but I don't think it means that you're worth millions and millions of dollars. No. You're just a person who has a fantastic voice, and I'd love to sit down and hear you sing, and I'll pay you a few dollars, just like a business, but you're not worth, this is just, or you're a sports athlete, but it's all about distracting your brain from other things. The tractor trick is old and over and done with. Bet you deserve better. Roll over your power wheels. Yeah, okay. Power wheels. I don't shop at Walmart. I stay away from Hormart. I try to just buy things at stores locally. Mind you, that tends to get a little expensive after a while. Peace out. Trolling to do over at CNN. Awesome. You're going to troll CNN? That's awesome. Maybe they'll get arrested again. Always missing you. Miss you. Some psychologists, man, oh man, the things I could say about those. Yeah. They're not. Psychology is a bad thing. It comes from a bad place. I would say by and large. There are things good, but, this has gotten really out of hand. It was hard to take Traficant seriously wearing that wacky hair. Yeah, well, that's true. That's true, Don. But you can't fault what he did. And the balls that he had. He had fucking balls of steel, man. I love watching him on Hannity. And Greta. And he's like, you didn't just say, you're not suggesting. He's like, I'm not suggesting. I'm telling you. After coming out of prison, hardcore prison, I have to send him there because he's got to shut up. Shut it down. Gotta step out for a few. See you later, Al. Take care, sir. Elon Musk's grandfather was technocrat in Canada. It's not like Elon wasn't born into it. Technocrat, technocracy. Technocracy. Mansbridge had to marry into it. Elon Musk's is diamond bloodline. He's legit born into it. Yeah, grandpa technocrat, but mother is still Mason follower. Mason's is just a fucking tool. Everything is a tool to these people. You know, they're going to use it. Use us against one another. Make us feel wonderful. I agree. Just because they can sing does not make them special snowflakes. Did anyone hear that girl from the Harry Potter? In solidarity with BLM. Yeah, look at all these yahoos who come out of nowhere. Do you really think that they have those political beliefs? Or they're doing those vaccine mumbo jumbos at the Golden Globes or whatever the hell they are? I don't even watch that trash. I mean, I don't even watch movies. There were kind of some good movies once upon a time, but then that disappeared quite a long time ago. Periodically, there's stuff, but if you understand what they're trying to fucking throw at you, I mean, every show you can find it. Every fucking goddamn show you can find them in there messing with stuff. I'm like, fuck off, man. It's nothing to do with the story. I remember there was something to do with, it was Poland. And all of a sudden, out of nowhere came an Israeli agent, Mossad, and I'm like, to save the day. I'm like, no, this is not part of history. No, sorry. Israeli agent would be doing something else. Not saving. Saving his own ass, possibly. Rug on his head, stood up for them. He had balls. Like Ernst. Really do. Did I just see that? Slippin's in the house. Did I see a name there? Oh, they're kicking around. Psychiatrist told me I was crazy. I said I want a second opinion. He said, okay, you're ugly. Good joke. Oh, good. I like laughs. Did you all see the guy in Toronto wearing a black face? You're definitely a tool. Oh, Slippy. Slippy's not a tool. Slippy's awesome. You guys know Slippin'? Subbing to Slippin'. He's got a great channel over there. Bit of a different speed, but, you know, definitely worth checking out, and he has fun times. I like coming over there sometimes, just hanging out. Letting my hair down when it's not greasy. What's that? Where's that? Thou shalt not kill. No. Oh, yeah, here. Did you see this? Slippy? Let's see, I gotta blow it up, I think. Loosen up that tinfoil hat. Because it's cutting off there we go, of circulation in that greasy head of yours. And ellipsis actually only has 3 dots, just so you know, not 6. I understand. English may not be your forte. But look at the first subscription this guy has. Slippies. Do you think? What news? These people are changed from corporatism. Corporate, there's the systems, both of them are in bed with one another. Left and right is fake. I know that may sound totally out there, but, you know, look at IBM funding communism, and capitalism kept communism up. It funded it. It kept it going. It was totally so the left and right narrative. But we'll get into that some other day. Yo. Todd Smith. Todd's over here. He's gonna cause me to have a heart attack with his jokes. He and Dawn. I'm gonna have a problem. And sisters dropping names. People are dropping some names here, and it's I don't know. It's coming. One of these days we'll get back to this stuff. We'll get into it. Was it I watched the guy who's Emma Watson shaved head pause because she's insane. She's insane. Bigotry. Level up. Do. Mason jars, losing everything, Orthodox, synagogue, Satan. Who? You guys, listen. You got to stop that. Gonna get me in trouble. Gonna get me in trouble, man. Good news, Bear. Hey, look at all of you. You're all anti-language things. Can't be saying that stuff. What news? Yeah, I haven't talked to What News in quite a while, actually. I hope What News is doing okay. Hope everybody's doing okay. I know things are crazy. No. You're anti. Yeah. You could be like Farrakhan. What did he say? I was showing that the other night. Let's see, where is that? I don't want to get my channel in trouble because then I can't live stream. Well, I can over on the other one, but of course there's only 80 people who subscribe to that. I'm not sure why, even though I've said a couple of times and it's in the description. Not on this video because I'm a tard, but Stefan's tweet the other day. He's working on it. He's working. Look at how long it takes to search this. Holy shit, because there's so much stuff in there. Woot. Okay, here we go. That's a very big folder. It's got a little bit of stuff. One second. Seamus reads. He's a bit of a tard sometimes, you know. A bit nerdy. Good book. Dr. Tony Martin. Oh, what this one? Anybody know this? Anybody know this book? How about this one? Oh, I didn't bring that one. I got lots of them. Ooh. How about the auctions? How about the shipping manifestos? Well, oops. I saw this turning today in a circle back because of Islam co-oping with BLM. Well, do you see how it all works together? And then somebody sits in the background and then they say comments like this. Oh, by the way, did you know BLM protest vandalized synagogues and ransacked kosher stores on Saturday on a Jewish holiday? And no one cares. We believe correctly. Many blacks believe the truth. How unfortunate. Many whites also believe the Jews ran the slave trade. Actually, I got to start saying this term. Probably should wrap it up because I'm going to get in trouble. Maybe Dog will put in a complaint on me. That would be bad. That would be bad. I was told years ago about the black. Yeah. There's so much. Yeah, Fuck, man. Do you know how much, like my library, how much my fucking library has cost me? Holy shit. These books, these 3 books here, these ones, right? Yeah. Those 3 books, $250. And my library is like that. It's just fuck, you know, anything, because they bury it. Bury it. Go and try buy books at what is it? I hate being repetitive, but if people don't know, then okay. So you look at who's Canada's biggest and basically only book retailer, right? Chapters. Okay, Chapters. Let's look at that. Chapters, the bookstore, big box. Heather Reisman. Oh, who's Heather Reisman? Canadian businesswoman. Oh, this word. When you see that word, run very far and very fast. Do 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 do. Oh, suddenly she just gets a bookstore, you know. I don't know. In August 2006, due to differing reactions by 2 main political parties in the 2006 Lebanon War, Reisman withdrew her longtime support of the Liberal Party of Canada and chose the Conservative Party. Do. Do you think there might be a bit of dual citizenship going on here? Maybe just a little. Oh, they would not sell that book. Okay. I call that suppression of freedom of speech. People want to read it. Oh, what's this here? A steering committee, and has participated in all of them? Really? What does she like to fund? Let's see here. Okay. It's good when you buy books at Heather's Picks. Always look at the Heather's Picks table. Very interesting suggestions. Do. Oh. Why? Do. Now, what else does she fund? Where is the other one? Aha. Provide scholarships for who? Who is this? Do. Oh, it's founded by them. Oh. Do. Oh. Who do you think owns WestJet? Do. Onyx. Oh, shoe salesman, billionaire. Awesome. Do. Oh, where did he work? Oh. Mentored by who? Oh, philanthropist. Oh, he worked with Izzy Asper? Really? Schwartz co-owned Global CanWest Global? Do. Sits on Scotiabank? Uh-oh. Oh. Gary Schwartz. Do. Oh. Do. Oh, the things I have to say. One day. We'll see. Have to call a spade a spade. I'm just naming names. That's it. I just noticed that there's a similarity. Doesn't matter. Oh, yes. Yes. What is that? What was that? Let's see if we can find that one. 6 million doses. Tiva. Do. Oh, 6 million. Tiva. Who's Tiva? These pages, they always have the same color. They always look the same. Why? Why do all these things look the same? Same colors, same trash. Well, let's see. Tiva. Do. What? What? You don't say. Dual headquarters. Oh yeah, ask Lippy. Ask Lippy about the comments. It blocks my own comment in my own channel. Do. I don't know why that tune is ringing through my head. In my hair. My greasy hair. I just got that on my brain now. Anyway, I won't bore you with all my stuff. It's just boring. Nothing too exciting. Look at the philanthropy, though. Follow the money. Watch, the media is about to do a flip and start slamming protesters because they turn against the... Oh. Is picking up radio stations. Is it now? Avotex. Because you do a murder-suicide when you're tied up. Tractors flip over and suffocate people. You make billions off of nothing. Who was it that was talking? Oh, it was last night. Wait, was it last night? Oh, are you guys still in here? Slippy's here. Is Dub still here? Let me grab a coffee. Let me know if Dub's still in here. Slippy can share it with Dub. I just thought it was interesting to share. Dub leave. Dub leave. Oh, you're here. Okay. Okay, you know, you guys were talking about, I was letting you guys listen. I was listening, learning, and doing all that. Oh, I forgot my cigarettes, too. I was out of cigarettes. There you go. I buy them by the carton. Because I'm smart. Cartons. Months and months worth. Okay. Right. Now, you guys were talking about cartoons, comics, superheroes, right? Long time back. I think did I show this to you before? Slippies? Of course, you're saying to yourself, what? Because I'm not seeing it. Seamus, you have to show me first. DC Comics. It's all the same. But this one pretty much shows kind of what's going on. DC Comics. Don't need my ugly mug in here. Okay. DC Comics, right? Everybody knows Batman and all that stuff. Yeah. Okay, DC Comics. Did I show you this, Slippy? I guess I did. DC Comics. Founded early. Notice how everything started rather early. Warner Brothers, all these things. Yeah. Who founded this? Malcolm Wheeler. Nicholson. American pulp fiction writer, blah, 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 American comic book. Well, we'll go down here. Detective Comics would become a sensation with the introduction of Batman in issue 27. By then, however, Wheeler Nicholson was gone. In 1937, in debt to the planting owner, and magazine distributor Harry Donenfeld, who was also a pulp magazine publisher and principal in the magazine distributorship Independent News, Wheeler Nicholson was what? Compelled to take Donenfeld on as a partner in order to publish Detective Comics #1. Detective Comics Inc. was formed with Wheeler Nicholson and Jack Leibowitz. Donenfeld's accountant listed as owner. The major remained for a year, but cash flow problems continued. Accountant. Cash flow problems. Okay. DC's 50th anniversary publication, 50 Who Made DC Great, cites the Great Depression as, quote, forcing Nicholson to sell his publishing business to Harry Donenfeld and Jack Leibowitz in 1937. However, comics historian Gerard Jones wrote, in early 1938, Harry Donenfeld sent him and his wife on a cruise to Cuba to, quote, work up new ideas. When they came home, the major found the lock to his office door changed. In his absence, Harry sued for the non-payment pushed Detective Comics into bankruptcy court. The judge named Abe Menon, one of Harry's old Tammany buddies, appointed an interim president of the firm and arranged a quick sale of the assets to Independent News. Harry gave the major percentage more to More Fun Comics as a shut-up token and wished him well. Abe Menon, the judge. Do 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 do. Oh, so strange how their hands are in everything. Do you know how many comic book heroes are of a certain religion? Anybody watch that show? What was it? Nazi Hunters? Was that what it's called? Nazi Hunters? Uh-oh, I've lost some viewers. See? I'm going to get a complaint registered against me, probably. It is PSYOP. Keep singing the call for Skype, and you may get another copyright strike. Yeah. Oh, let's see. Let's try Marvel Comics. Oh, just saying. Marvel Comics. Walt Disney owns it. Martin Goodman. From where? Oh. See this word? Boom, 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 boom. Let's go back here. Dan Lee. Why don't we look there? Oh. What? You mean your name isn't Stan Lee? No. Do. Oh, well, why don't we look at Disney? You can just keep going. I'm telling you, it just keeps going and going and going and going. You think that's 3%? Or do you think it might be a little bit disproportionate? Teaching your kids the morals. Teaching all of us. Oh, really? Is that what he said? Walt Disney. Good old Walt. Walt had had his secret hideouts and things, but Walt Disney. Bob Iger. Iger served as president of ABC, president of Capital Cities ABC, until Disney's acquisition of the company. He was named president and chief operating officer of Disney. He succeeded Michael Eisner. Michael Eisner. Oh, Iger. Oh. People will put the puzzle pieces together one day. You know, maybe I can point some people in the right way, some stuff. And I'm looking for the next tier, but I knew I got fucking schooled on the Muzzy stuff. Muslim people are a tool. Even back in my old videos, I used to say the globalists' tool was the Muslims, and then I did see the pieces and things. I just didn't want it really, the conditioning that you go through. You know, you go to school and you watch certain movies by certain people, read certain books owned by certain companies, your school book, textbook companies, your Bibles. There's got to be something higher. I know that. And I know that I'll keep looking. But I won't stop saying what is true, what is a fact, because you can't. You can't. You can't dispute it. You know? Yeah, maybe it's going to turn out to be something else. But the philanthropy, do I ever? Oh, yeah. Yeah. Polly and I are friends. Polly used to do shows with me. I haven't done anything with her for a long time, but once upon a time. But we still talk. We chat. I called her a little while back about the stuff with the RCMP. But she didn't want to touch it. She said it just doesn't. Yeah, I won't say what she said, but you know, yeah, I've worked with her. I like, you know, digging with the same stuff. Same kind of, we have similar brains. Hers is more organized than mine. But she's, you know, kind, and she helps me out sometimes organizing my stuff. So I'm helpful, but very lucky to be blessed with good friends and good viewers. All right, night, Ian. Yeah, I think I probably should wrap it up. Too. It's been a couple hours, and I got some things. Said a couple things. Maybe descrambling the programming is very, very tough. It's very tough, and it. Yeah. It goes deep, 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 deep. It's been going on for a long time. You look at all the movie companies. What is that? It got banned. All the videos you see on this kind of stuff, it gets banned. And, I'm lucky, I guess, now, because maybe Alt Censored will take care of me when I'm gone, because they'll gone me, guaranteed. And that's why I really do implore people to subscribe to my other stuff and watch me on the other platforms, because which many thanks again to Dub and Boobs for helping me out with that over there on the Vid 8 and the D Live. I'll do stuff over there, but I can't talk here, right? Because if I do, I'm going to get in major shit, like unbelievable amounts of shit. So you have to be careful and strategize, and I'm trying to lay the groundwork before that happens. Because I've seen a lot of people disappear, and I'm not saying tinfoil. Maybe there's tinfoil in some of them, yeah, for sure, but it's not tinfoil, I don't think, when you say that. But a lot of people disappear. They can't make anything anymore. They're completely gone. And when you're gone, you're gone. I was trying to explain this to a friend of mine years ago. It disappears from your consciousness, right? It goes into the back roots of your mind, probably never resurfaces. Maybe years later, you're like, did you know it was slipping? Did you know it was Seamus? Did you know it was Paulie? Somebody might come along, but if they don't, you'll forget. The internet is that way. The internet is a great tool. It is a great tool, but it's also a massive weapon. And being cognizant of that and knowing how to play within that is important. The Bible says they won't wear their web. It's almost over. Trust God. That's true. God, but you can't, that's another Q thinking too type, you turn your trust over completely. I trust God. It's not to say that I don't. I love God, and I know God will watch out for me, and I'm not afraid. But I also know he doesn't respect people who don't do work. You can't just sit there and say, well, I'm Christian and I love God and he will take care of you. He's got to see that you will suffer through it and you will prove yourself. I don't know. Now I would get philosophical if I was sitting down with friends. And you are friends, right? But you probably don't like to hear pauses while I wait and think. Don't turn your trust over to everybody like some other thing. It's not going to be the deep state that's going to save you. It's not going to be God that'll save you. It's not going to be, who will save you is you. And you have to do the work. And God will be behind you. Yeah, he will be. But because he knows you're on his team, right? I'm not going to run around like Linda. I appreciate what you're saying. I'm always careful. But I also know that in itself right there is part of the problem. Because we run around and we're like, oh, who's doing that? Was that person doing something? Are they a secret agent? Are they this? Are they that? Who cares? I'm not afraid. Will my fear defeat me? Fuck no, man. Nothing is... I'm just not like that. I will have to save myself. I will have to save those around me that I love and care about. And other people will do the same. And we will love and save each other too. People don't know one another. Those are going to be the heroes. Those are going to be the ones God knows. You know, it's not something you have to glorify. It's not something you have to brag about. It's just you do it. Because that's the right thing to do. We listen to that voice of God. God is so powerful, man. Fuck, his messages are powerful. You want to see? I don't think this is the time. But I got a fortune cookie a while back, and there was a very special message in it before I started back again. And I knew fear is the strongest emotion. So much that it can paralyze. Yeah. 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 That small voice isn't so small once you start listening to it, though. It's fucking loud. Hubris of man. The hubris of man, right? Running around thinking that we can outsmart and be more powerful than God? Are you out of your fucking mind? We're a blip on the radar, and God can wipe out whatever he wants, whenever he wants. He has faith in us, and he loves us. And he's continuing to hold on, even though so many people turned their back on him. So many. For self-gain, and you don't think that was all fucking planned? No matter how much they say things are plagiarisms or whatever they say, it's not fucking plagiarism. You can't plagiarize something that didn't exist. The lies, the deceit, unbelievable, all over the place. What is true, who knows exactly what is true, but what is true is faith between people, love between people, right? The love that many people have forgotten. They drop doors on people all the time. They cut them off in traffic. They give them the finger. Not to say that I'm a saint, because I'm most certainly am not. And I've made a lot of mistakes in my life. Lots. Oh, there's no way I'll give up. No way. But I know that what I have to do, even though I don't know exactly how that will unfold, that's yet to be determined. That's God. But I know that I'm on the right path because he stands with me, because I make good friends, because I meet good people, because I see love. All right? People who don't know other people on the other side of the country, because when I started on this path about the Nova Scotia shit, how many of you knew Tara? Right? Even still, you know, And I just made an appeal. She made an appeal to me, and I made an appeal to you. And look how many of you came out. And if you want to believe YouTube's numbers, I don't, because I know they're bullshit. I'm not big or anything important, but people do hear. People have been listening for a long time. And so I want to help. I want to help people who, it's not like I just want to help Tara. Fuck that, man. I want to help us all get out of the hole that we're in. The hole that we allowed ourselves to be in. We fucking dug this one. It's so frustrating. But I am not a pessimist. You know, my mom likes to say I'm a pessimist. I'm like, are you crazy? If I was a pessimist, I wouldn't be here. You know, I wouldn't. I would run off in the forest or whatever. I'd be like, fuck out of you. I'd listen to the YouTubes that pump me full of that garbage. Yeah, I want to be self-reliant, sure. I want to know how to take care of myself or people around me or people I don't even know. Sure, yeah, I want to know that. I'm not going to leave them, run off into the woods. Are you crazy? That's what cowards do. I've never respected a coward. I certain things. I don't suffer fools. Well, I never did. Never. You know, you want to get me ramped up. Holy fuck, man. Start fighting with me on something that I believe in. And I don't leave people behind. I don't quit fighting myself. This is, I don't know, maybe that's stubborn. Maybe it's, something in me. They get beaten. Still keep getting up. Doesn't matter. Because that's what we do. That's what humans do, right? Go through a divorce, or you're a victim of childhood abuse, and we keep going. Because we want something better. We want something better for our kids, is really what it's about. Because that's the biological way. But it's not better now. It just gets worse. And people lie to themselves and listen to everything around them that tells them something totally opposite. Totally opposite. Where they go off and hide themselves in drugs or booze or entertainment or some kind of gambling or television or whatever. They don't acknowledge what's really going on around them. And if you don't know your enemy, you can't defeat it. So those people are cowards. In a way. I mean, I still respect them, right? But then people have to stand up. Because I know down there, right? There's not 22 dead people. 22 dead people are gone. It is the hundreds, the thousands, the hundreds of thousands, the millions, inclusive of myself, that are affected, right? And we have to be here for one another. Because that's the only way it'll get better. Oh, that's very interesting. Daniel, I'd like to talk to you at some point. Because I know that Tara would be interested in talking to Nick. And this is part of the reaching out, you know. Let's trust and things like that. And I was so disheartened when I saw people slag on Tara. I'm like, what is wrong with you? Who would do that? But again, you know, Tara had questions. And it's not, Dude, just know I'm in your corner. I'm in totally in your corner, always. All you guys' corner. So, you know, the chai, same thing. Anybody. Sorry to see you go, Slippy. Hope you have a good sleep. You got to be taking care of yourself, man. Crazy world out there. Got to be strong. I know you're strong. Got to take care of yourself. We all do. I do. Do I have an alternative email? I couldn't get that one to send. I'm not sure. So if you want to reach out to me, I did set up a new email just for this. Anybody at all. I mean, short of saving your house or something like that, I can only do certain things, but anybody who's got information on anything and they want to share it anonymously, you know, I respect people and their privacy and things like that. But do know that I come from a completely selfless place. I like to think. I don't ask for money. I never have. I don't want it. I'm lucky. God bless me that way. So, fear. The fucking trauma, man. You start to think about all the trauma that we have endured in our lives, not just personally, but like collectively. The wars, the bankruptcies, the crime that spirals out of control. One day I was digging through some stuff and I found the murder stats for Canada basically since its inception. Late 1880s on murder rates and things like that. And I don't want to quote it exactly because I could be wrong, but I'll tell you it was like unbelievably low. People just didn't do that. I mean, we lived in communities where maybe you had a bad harvest year and the general store guy was a nice guy and he wanted to help out. So he would eat less so that you could eat. You know, and good-natured people don't take advantage of that. They pay their debts. Anyway, I'm losing some people here, so I don't want to keep prattling on. I prattle. Yeah, Steve and Adrian and really good guys working hard, doing stuff. You know, and I met some new people along the way, and it's a journey. It's a journey. God's journey. My journey. Maybe your journey. So anyway, my fear board. Fear only defeats you if you let it defeat you. It's strange, you know. You can go against the biggest guy in the room, and he's crazy. He's like, what the fuck, man? You'll stand up? Yeah, I'll stand up because I'm not afraid. Oh, okay. Anyway, God bless everybody. My prayers are with everybody, you know, cops, Jews, Muslims, Christians, white, black, brown. I don't give a shit. I care about humanity. I'm just not going to let evil fucking defeat me. And I know that you're in the same boat. That's why you're here. Take care. God bless.